Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. As part of this video on Sitecore Content Hub, we are going to see what different or what basic operations are available for Content Hub administrator with respect to search, so that we get the right information with minimal efforts there. So let's just get started. So to start with, just log into your Content Hub environment, and from there go to your assets page is where all you will see all your approved assets. So yeah, so this is our assets landing page, and I think if you remember, like on the first session of this content hub, I told you that on the assets landing page we have two sections, right? On the left hand side we have filter section and advanced, where we can make use of our facets, free text search, things like that. On the right hand side we have a list of all our um, asset items there. So talking about what different options are available. So this is the basic search, right? This is the basic search which your end user can do. So let's say if I want to search for something called as, for example, mountain, right? So what I will do is I can just click on mountain and then click on search, and then I get access to this specific item. And on the left hand side you see, right, we have a full text search, because whatever we are doing, it's a full text search here. And we search for mountain as a keyword, and then if we really want to make use of the same keyword in future also, what we can do, we can save this specific search, and from that point, later on, if we want to make use of the same search again, if we want to search for the same keyword again, we can just directly click on this saved search. So that is one way of searching. Second way, in if you want to search something, is you are into your assets landing page, and on the left hand side we have this filters, right? So this is the basic filter, what you can see here, right? We have a users rights. Then the second facets which we see here is asset type, and then we have asset media, right? So these are the facets which are configured out of the box for you, right? But in case if you want to make some changes to the available filters based on what you want to filter your assets, you can always do that. So in this case, if you see, right, if I want to search for all those assets which where the asset type is social media, for example, you just click on that, and then you get access to all those assets where the social media was the one which you just selected. And then again, on the left hand side you have access to create this specific search as an a saved search. And if you really want to save this particular query, you can just click on save search and then give it a name, and finally it will be available for you, right? So I can just make it as social media search query, just a name, right? So this search is now saved, right? So tomorrow, let's say if I want to search for the same for the same sort of facets, I don't have to basically type this specific I don't have to select the social media. I can just go to my save search and just trigger my query from there. That is another way. Second is you can also make use of, so in combination of these filters, if you want to have different things here, like if you want to search for all the social media, then along with you want to get access to all those assets where the asset media is of images type, so then you can just do like that. So initially, if you remember, we had social media 3, but after that, when we selected these images, right, our social media was 2, right? So it has now filtered down to the just 2 record where the social media is 2. And then again, same thing you can apply here. We can have asset type, we have our asset media, and then you can just click on save search if you really want to reuse it in future. So that is one way you can do that. Second way, in addition to that, um, if let's say you have created some of your taxonomy, use some of your custom taxonomies, because right now whatever we are seeing here, your asset type and your asset media, these are out of the box taxonomy items which are present and are available for you to use. But based on your brand and your business requirement, let's say if you have created some custom taxonomies, you can also add those taxonomies here in the filtered list, so that if you want to really filter down all your assets based on those custom taxonomies, you can do that, right? So here, to enable a custom taxonomy item as in facet on the filters tab, what we really have to do is we just have to go to manage. So let me just quickly refresh it. And as we are dealing with an assets landing page, so again we have to go back to our pages. From your pages, you can just search for assets. So if you search for assets, you will get this assets here. Just click on that, and on the right hand side again you have your presentation of it. Then we have the important thing for us to note here is the search component, right? Because this is a search component what we are dealing with here. Then you just click on this, edit it. It is already enabled, so now we have this search component. So we have these filters, we have functionality. There are different tabs which are available for you to customize based on your requirement. If I go to functionality, like if the full text is enabled or not, facet is enabled or not, query builder is enabled or not, so all those things are available for you to customize it here. Then we have this facets. So right now you see, right, we have this m.asset type and m.asset media as an facets available for you there. So if I go here, you can see, right, we have this asset type and asset media. And if you remember, like, we have also created one custom taxonomy for us. So you just click on us. If you really want to add a custom one, what you have to do is you just have to click on standard, click on plus icon, and then select the facet type as taxonomy item, which is in our case. And then if you remember well, then what we had created was asset source, where it was the source of that asset was either APAC, EMEA, or US. So just click on this asset source, and then you just define label name as in default, whatever is configured for your taxonomy item, and then rest of the things you can just leave as is. Once this is done, just click on save. This is now save, and now we see our asset source is also one of the facet which has been added here. And when it is added, just click on save and close. So once this is done, let's just go back to our assets landing page. Let's refresh our assets landing again, and now you should see we have an asset source here, right? So as of now, we just have, out of all these assets, we have just one asset where this APAC is configured as an asset source. So but yeah, let's say I just want to, maybe let me just go back to this dog here, and let me change the asset source for this specific asset detail page. So what I can do, I can just go to custom asset properties and just define a new source for that, maybe EMEA in this case. Click on OK, click on save, and once you do that, click on save, and finally you can just, no, I think it is already saved. So now if I go back to this one, right, so now you see we also have an EMEA here, right? Now, so if I want to filter it down further, what I can do is I can just click on social media here. Then I just want to select only records which are where the asset source is EMEA. So my next is this one, but I don't see any such asset combination where the social media and EMEA are all there. So maybe I can just try for APAC and see if I get something in. Yeah, so we have one record where the asset source is APAC, and then I can just click on save search if I really want to save this combination. So that's how you can do that. And let's just go to our save, and let's just see what different items we have here. So on the saved section, you will see what different search we have already saved. So in this case, if you remember, like what we created a saved search here, the name was social media search query, and if you just click on this one, so we'll get all the items which belongs to this specific query. So this was from the filters and from the saved tabs of it. Let's just review this advanced tab. So now on the filter side, whatever things we are seeing here, it is all facets, right? But let's say you also want to do a kind of free text search for or basically a property based search on for some of the fields, right? Maybe it's not a taxonomy but some other regular fields there. So if I go to my advanced section here, and here if you see, like, we have title, file name, created by, and date created are there for us to select, as a default option for us. And then we can apply any operational parameter here, like starts with, ends with, and things like that. And then finally I put the value, and then we search for it, right? So let's say in this case, I want to search for title as an autumn here. So contain um, autumn, right? And then if I click on add filter, right, we see one item here, right? So that is one way. So this is pretty straightforward. But how about if you want to add your own specific field which you created, or maybe other fields also, like we created asset description, market description, and things like that. So if you want to add those things also as your as your searchable properties, so again the concept is same. Let's just go back to our pages and then go to our search, which is, I can select it here, click on edit, and from here you can just go to, right? So we have functionality, we have facets, which we just observed, like how we can basically customize this part of it. Then we have query builder, right? So this query builder is where you can customize what different fields you want to use as in searchable as in searchable properties. So as of now we have title, file name, created by, and date created available for us. But if you want to add more, you can always do that. You have a type, you can select that as in field here, right? And then the definition, because we are talking about assets, so you have to select your definition type as an asset here. So we have an m.asset, and from here you get access to all the field which you created for this particular asset entity, right? So what we created, we also created marketing description, we created asset description, and this description was already there, right? So there are different things which exist here. So for now, let's just select this asset description and click on save. So once you click on asset description, click on save and close. And once this is done, you can go back to your page, just do a refresh. And once you refresh it, if we go back to our as advanced tab, we see our asset description here, right? So if you want to search something based on our asset description contains for example test, and just click on add filter, so we see there are a couple of records where the asset description has test on it. And then again you can always save this also. So it's a combination of different things which you can add there, and you can basically search that specific query for your future use. So these are the the basic operation which your content hub administrator can configure for the seller or for the end user to basically make use of it, so that we get access to the right information with minimal efforts. And the flow in terms of number of clicks, we have the right information in presented to us in an efficient way. So this is what I just wanted to cover as part of this video. Hope you liked it and you got some idea about how we can customize these filters in advanced section of our assets landing page. um, Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. Thank you.